I'm asking you the same question somebody asked me when I was 6. What are you prepared to do? The ROC is all about the answer to that question. So what I want to do for the next just a couple minutes, I want to give you a bit of an overview of these next few weeks that are coming up. The Reach Out celebration is our unveiling of our global outreach strategy to make it hard to go to hell from right here in Fayetteville, Fort Liberty, from our region to us, the military highway, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. We believe that those 3 concentric circles is quite clear. The Great Commission is broken into 3 spots. Took that straight from Acts chapter 1, verse 8. Jerusalem, it's our city. It's right here, Fayetteville, Fort Liberty. Judea, Samaria, it's our region. For us, the Lord has placed on our church a call to plant Manna Church near every U.S. military installation in the world. We call that Multiply. I'll talk to you a lot about that in the 3rd week of this series. And finally, to the ends of the earth, our international mission strategy. So here's what we do. We have this series, and then we have this event that's coming November the 21st through the 24th. And we have some things that are a part of that event that help us outline how we plan to change the world. We're going to kick that off on November the 21st at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday night. You go, oh, you're going to have a Thursday night service. No. Yeah, it's in the same place, the same slot, the same time. We're going to kick off the ROC. We're going to hear from Pastor Riley Halliday of Manna Church in Newport News, one of my dear friends. I heard you start to clap over there and stop. It's like they're not joining in with us. Anyway. Friday night, November the 22nd, we have the night we can't record. The thing is, that's been so powerful and so wildly popular that instead of just doing 1, now we're going to do 2. So it's 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. on Friday night, November the 22nd. We're going to have the night we can't record. We're going to have it at our Cliffdale site. And then we finish off the ROC on Sunday, November the 24th. We have our Commitment Sunday, regular Sunday morning service. And in the Commitment service on Sunday morning, we're going to give you an opportunity to commit, either through a one-time gift or through a pledge to give over 12 months, commit to helping us reach this goal that we have of fully funding our missions and outreach strategy. You own the ROC 3 ways. You own the ROC through praying, giving, and going. Let me talk about those really quickly. Praying. Praying is lending your access to another in your relationship with God. Praying is when you, intercessory prayer, which is what we're doing in this portion of the event. Intercessory prayer on behalf of others. You lend your access to God to others. So I'm asking you, as we begin to go into the ROC season, I'm asking you to pray for the Reach Out celebration. At the same time, I'm asking you to pray for the persecuted church. I'm asking you to pray for the ministry partners. I'm asking you, prayer is not a last resort thing that we sort of, well, it's gotten real bad, let's throw up some prayer. Prayer is the glue that holds everything together. I'm asking you to pray. You can find out ways to pray. We've created a digital booklet. In the video announcements before I started speaking, wherever you are, Pastor Jordan Gill, PJ, as I like to call him. He doesn't respond every time I call him that, but it's fun. I tried. There's a QR code there. You can go to our app or our website. We've got the digital booklet all laid out. That's got all the information, all these events that I'm telling you about. You can keep up with all that. It answers most of your questions, but it talks to you about ways that we can pray, that we can be a part of praying behind the Reach Out celebration. The second aspect is giving. Let me be frank. Giving, broken into 2 things. There's tithes and there's offerings. Those are different. The tithe is the first 10% of your increase. That belongs to the place that you're fed. Where you go to church is where you should tithe. If you don't go to church here, don't tithe here. If you go to church here, you tithe here. That's the foundation, okay? That's how the foundation actually works. Because see, generosity is built on a foundation, but it's not the foundation. It's how the work continues, and it builds the framework for God's generosity in your life. Now, some of you are on the journey of tithing, but some of you need to start that journey. Tithe regularly and watch God move in your life. There's tithes, but then there's offerings, and this is the generosity part, and this is what we're talking about with the ROC. We give an addition to our tithes. We're going to give you an opportunity on ROC Commitment Sunday morning at all of our sites, and then on Sunday night, we'll have another event where we reveal the number. Now, I want to tell you something when I talk about money. People, I grew up in church. The church people get weird when somebody gets up here and starts talking about money. You know what's not going to happen the rest of the ROC until the last week? I'm going to talk about money each time, and then I'm not going to pass another bucket. It's not what I'm going to do. I don't want you to give what I say you should give. I want you to give what God lays on your heart. The budget's on the app. You can check that out. Ask us any question you want. It's on the website as well. The budget for this Reach Out celebration is $669,600. And the third, praying, giving, and going. In Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, he says, chapter 6, when you practice your righteousness, and then proceeds to teach, when you fast, when you pray, when you practice your righteousness, going, acting out our faith was always a part of the equation. It was never about virtue signaling. But here's the thing. We can't just sit by and pray and give. We have to act. Now, through the ROC, we work really hard to make it really easy for you to see some action steps and take them, whether those are local opportunities, whether those are highway opportunities, microsite, another Manna church site, church planting, international opportunities. Maybe this is the year that you decide to take your first short-term international missions trip. I'm going to tell you something. I heard a lot about that when I was a kid. When I was 17 years of age, I got on a plane for the first time. And when you see your faith being walked out by other people outside of your cultural context, it will build your faith. It will change your life. You will come back. Can I say it this way, Hank? A more on fire believer than when you went. Would you agree with that? Hank Dodge, everybody. He agrees. It will change your life. You can see a breakdown of all this information, all this stuff that I'm talking about on the website or on the digital booklet.